A video claiming there is massive voter fraud in Minnesota has now been seen more than 1 million times on YouTube.
But tonight you will hear for the first time from the man at the center of those allegations, who says the group behind that report, Project Veritas, isn't telling you the truth.
Overnight, it seems, Ilhan Omar became a symbol for massive voter fraud in Minnesota and America. Just one problem, he says: the allegations are a fabrication. The video manipulated after he turned down a bribe.
How much was he willing to pay you?
$10,000.
$10,000 to lie and to say that you were collecting ballots for Ilhan Omar.
Yes.
Ilhan Omar is featured prominently in this video by the right-wing disinformation group Project Veritas.
Did you ever give people money in exchange for a vote?
No, never.
Did you ever tell them how to vote?
No, never.
He says he explained all this to Omar Jamal, the controversial community activist who is the star and so-called insider for Project Veritas. He says Omar told him Project Veritas would give him $10,000 to change his story, to say he was offering cash for people to vote for Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, a federal crime.
And he was like, why are you defending Ilhan? You know, why are you defending Ilhan Omar? This is not after you, and this is not after your brother. This is for Ilhan, you know, and you should get the money. So I told him, you're insane, and I walked away. He was setting me up.
Shocker. A Project Veritas video was falsified and made up, like every single one of their videos before this. A reminder that Project Veritas tried to dupe a Washington Post reporter into, they hired a woman to go speak to the reporter and say that Roy Moore, the former Senate candidate, had impregnated her when she was a child. She wasn't able to provide verifying information, and so the Washington Post reporter didn't publish the story, but they tried to do that. Another thing was that Project Veritas said that Planned Parenthood was selling baby parts. That was a video that went viral and then was ultimately debunked as a complete smear job. This is what they do. But progressives, I'm saying this because she's basically one step from being a Republican at this point, like Tulsi Gabbard, promoted this video and said, wow, look at this. It was so transparent. She's officially trying to get a right-wing media gig or some place within the Trump administration if he were to win. I don't know. That's doubtful at this point, but PragerU was promoting her video, so pretty sure she's trying to go down the Dave Rubin, I once was a progressive grifter path, promoting this. You'd either have to be a moron who's completely uninformed, or you're trying to latch on to a right-wing gravy train by promoting Project Veritas. That's basically what she was doing. But let's get back to the merits of the story, because this is what Project Veritas does. So just so you know, though, every time you hear about them in the news, this is what's going to come out. That they tried to bribe somebody or that they doctored something and it was a completely false video. Yet, unfortunately, this video has been shared and viewed millions of times on social media platforms like Facebook, and people have eaten it up and now fully believe it. One of the men featured in the deceptive Project Veritas videos released last week purporting to show systemic ballot harvesting in Minnesota said that he was offered $10,000 to say he was collecting absentee ballots for Representative Ilhan Omar, local news outlet Fox 9 reported on Monday. According to the report, Ilhan Omar, the man depicted to allegedly be buying voters in the latest set of sting operation videos from the James O'Keefe-helmed right-wing operation, is saying he was set up by a local community activist with a history of making false claims. In an interview with Fox 9, Osman claimed he was approached by Omar Jamal, a Minnesota community activist Project Veritas has credited as the main source for its investigation, and was offered $10,000 to say he was harvesting ballots for Representative Omar. Omar Jamal has a history of making provocative and unsubstantiated allegations that dates back more than 10 years. The Sahan Journal specifically highlighted a series of 2009 television appearances in which he erroneously claimed Al-Qaeda cells were operating in Minneapolis. Again, this was just too convenient. Trump is trying to lay the groundwork for election fraud with mail-in ballots, slowing down the postal service, saying that he won't accept the legitimacy of the election, just planting all of these seeds. Then what do you know? James O'Keefe, Project Veritas, complete smear operation, coincidentally finds evidence of ballot harvesting, which, by the way, is not illegal in the way that it was done, as has been debunked thoroughly, in Minnesota. And it involves Ilhan Omar, the #1 lady. I was going to say boogie woman, but I just feel like it kind of sounds like some sort of 70s disco term. Anyway, the #1 target of right-wing smears and harassment, Ilhan Omar. What a complete coincidence. Just fell right into their lap. You're an idiot if you fall for this stuff, or you're actively trying to deceive people and trying to further your career in a different way. We all know which Tulsi Gabbard is doing, because she's not an idiot. She's not. She's just shameless.